Welcome back everybody to the Pacific Speed YouTube channel. What's behind me, you ask? Well, let me show you. What's under this tarp is a beautiful, semi-restored, fully modified FJ40 Toyota Land Cruiser that doesn't run. Now, these customers have it covered like this because they obviously love the vehicle. It's actually a very beautiful car. They did a lot of modifications to it, or I think they purchased it that way. I don't remember. Either way, right now it doesn't run. It's running some special stuff under the hood. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it uncovered and show it to you guys, and then we'll figure out what's wrong with it and get it all fixed up. And as you can see, this thing is heavily modified. None of that is original. Has a Sniper EFI, turbo, no, 700R4 transmission. Has a funky transfer case. It has two shifters for some reason, I don't know. Awesome interior. This thing isn't abandoned. It was running. They do drive it. As you can tell, it is very, very well taken care of. It just stopped running, so we're gonna go ahead and diagnose it. Let me open this hood and I'll show you what they're running, because it's not the original 6-cylinder, I'll tell you that. As you can see, this thing is pretty tricked out. Small block V8. I'm pretty sure that was a crate engine when it was installed new. You already saw you saw the shifter, but it's got a 700R4, Sniper fuel injection, air conditioning, electric fan. It's just a really nice Land Cruiser. Oh yeah, I think it has air lockers too. There's your air compressor. I mean, it's really, really nice. Pretty tricked out. So anyways, let's get started. So what we want to see here is, let's see, turn the key on. All right, Sniper comes on. That's a good sign. Let's see if we can pull any codes on this. Nope. Back. Let's go to tuning, basic, system, advanced, closed loop, nope, home, monitor, multi-gauge, all right, sensors. All right, so here, battery voltage is 13 volts, IAC position, air fuel, whatever, map. So none of that looks bad, and I think if it would have a fault, I'm pretty sure this will give you like something will be red. So for now, let's just see if it'll crank over. Okay, so you saw the RPM signal there. So that's telling me that the Sniper's probably working. So what we're gonna do is just go back outside. It might just be an ignition problem. What I'm gonna check right now is I want to see if I'm getting fuel. I didn't know that. Now, just like a carburetor, you should be able to see in there wet when you're cranking it. So let's see here. That looks dry. That's not good. So I know I have fuel pressure, but it is definitely dry in there. Maybe not. I guess I'd have to see it crank. All right, for right now, let's check for power at the coil. We have power. We have power at both. Why? I believe this has a Holley Sniper ignition system. So what we're gonna do is just crank it, see if I have any spark. Alright, so I'm getting spark there. Hold on, put that back. This thing should start. Maybe it's not getting fuel. Do it again. Go ahead. Alright, so I'm getting spark. It must mean I'm not getting fuel. What is wrong with the Sniper? Alright, so we verified that we have spark. We verified that I don't see any fuel being injected through here. So it's got to be with the Sniper, which is awful because I don't know where to go with that. Because you see, you know what? I have, let me check. All right, I got to do a little digging because I really don't know where to go from there. Because if the Sniper screen is on, does that mean the Sniper whole thing is working? I would assume, right? Anyways, let me do a little digging. Let's get to it. All right, we got to verify that this gauge isn't lying to us. So I am going to crack this fuel line open. Because it feels like to me like there's no fuel. Let's see. Notice that the gauge didn't go down, so maybe there is no fuel. Because basically I just created a huge fuel leak. Ready? Go. Is it on? Crank it over. Alright, so there you go. No fuel. It's funny, that gauge is no good, so it was lying to me, believe it or not. Alright, so now we're under the car, and I didn't know, but it has a fuel pump, a single fuel pump. It has a switching valve, which is kind of cool. The old owner, he wanted both tanks to work, so there's a switching valve here. And this sounds like it's working. I can hear it clicking. So I just gotta really check power to this fuel pump. It's an inline pump. Let me see this ground. It goes back over here, and that looks good. So we'll just check for power at that pump. A ver, dale la llave. Nomás a la llave. ¿Nomás a la llave? Hey. Jala otra vez. Otra vez. Off. On. Okay. Well, as you can see, there's power. So probably just a fuel pump. Oh, lucky for me, I do have an extra one. So should be pretty easy to get out. So since these fuel lines are way too tough, I'm just gonna cut them because I have some spare fuel line left over from other projects. Alrighty, here's the struggle of owning an old car with no interior lights. Alright, cycle the key. The pump should be coming on. Should be able to hear it. I do hear it. You probably can't hear it on the camera. So it should start right up. Perfect. Oh. Looks like it needs a belt. Looks like it needs a belt. That's how long this thing's been sitting. But as you can see, it runs like a champ. Alright, so what are we gonna do? We are gonna order that fuel pressure gauge because it failed on me and it runs. Perfect. Well guys, I did it. That's gonna be it. Vehicle's running. I can't get it out because there's a whole bunch of cars behind me. So eventually we'll get this out and road test it, but it starts. Thank you guys for joining me. Please like and subscribe if you're liking the content. Catch you guys on the next one.